Hello students, welcome to your own channel, that is Unique Learning. So today we are going to start a chapter of integers. Integers, let's understand what are these integers. So I think you may be knowing that what is a natural number. Then we will understand what is whole number and then integers. So numbers like your 1, 2, 3, 4 like this you write. These are all natural numbers. While when you have these numbers from 0, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these become whole numbers. But when we have these whole numbers, like suppose if we are subtracting from a smaller whole number, if we subtract a bigger whole number, or from a smaller natural number when we subtract a bigger natural number, then what number we obtain? That will be having a negative sign. So numbers which have both positive and negative signs, they are included in the integers. So -1, -2, -3, 0, 1, 2, 3, all these they come in the integers. So I hope you have understood that negative numbers including 0 and positive numbers, all these together form the integers. So if you have understood integers, let's go to the properties of addition of the integers. So there are different properties, that is closure property. In closure property what happens? Commutative law and associative law. These three I am going to explain to you here related to addition of the integers. So in closure property, what we do, the sum of integers is always an integer. That is your closure property. Closure property states that if you add any two integers, its sum will be always an integer. So let's do and find out. So I have taken here 5, that is one integer, plus I am doing -3. So 5 minus 3, I get 2, and 2 is an integer. Now suppose if I do here -5 plus -3. In this case, let's see what will be the results. So -5 plus 3, because both of them are negative, so it will become -8. Now -8 is also an integer. So whenever you add any two integers, their sum will be always an integer. And this is your closure property of integers. You can have this closure property and do the sums based on the closure property, and don't do mistakes regarding your signs, that is negative and positive signs, because there generally children do mistakes while doing the math sums. Now let's come to next, that is commutative law. Commutative law states that a plus b will be always equal to b plus a. Now what is this a plus b and b plus a? Here we can put two different integers and then we can find out whether this commutative law is functioning or not. So I am taking two integers. I have taken -5 and -3 again, like in the previous case. And let's see what will happen with these integers when I add them. So it is giving -5, -3, that is plus -3. So it will become -8 as I have shown you here also. Now can I write it in the other way round? Let's check. That is -5 plus -3 if I have done. Can I write just the opposite? That is -3 plus -5. So -3 plus -5 will be always -3 minus 5. That is also -8. So this case also I have got minus 8 and here also I have got minus 8. So it means that your commutative law is true. If we take two positive numbers also, then I can show you this law, how does it function. So let's see, if suppose I take two positive numbers, like if suppose I take here 4 and 2. 4 and 2, it is equal to 6. Now if I do just opposite, that is 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 is also 6. So you can understand the commutative law is very easy to understand. That is, the two integers, you can change their positions, interchange their positions, and then also it will give you the same result. That is your commutative law. So I hope closure property and commutative law is clear to know. Now let's understand the associative law. In the associative law, let's understand what happens of integers. So here three numbers have to be taken, that is a plus b plus c. A plus b is taken together in one bracket and c is outside. And it is equal to a plus b plus c. B plus c is now taken together in a bracket. So let's take 2-3 numbers. Like suppose I have taken 4 plus I am doing 3, that is in one bracket, plus I am doing here minus 2. I am taking negative numbers so that you can understand it's an integer. So you have to understand, for that I am taking a negative number. So 4 plus 3 plus minus 2 when I do. So what it will give? It will give you 7 minus 2. 7 minus 2, that is your 5. Now let's do the other side, that is right hand side of this equation. So if I take 4 outside plus I do 3 plus minus 2. So what it will give? 4 plus, I am getting here 3 minus 2, that is 1. So that is 4 plus 1, that is 5. So in this case also this associative law is proved. That is 5 is equal to 5. So we have proved the associative law. So I hope students you have understood today the closure property, the commutative property and the associative property or associative law. So based on this, a number of problems you can do easily. So I will show you few problems and then you can do it easily in your tests, in your classworks which are there in your book and the various books, that is R.D. Sharma and from R.S. Agarwal. You can do various sums. So let's go over to two problems. Friends, let's do some problems related to your integers. So in that I have taken these two problems here and I will be discussing few more problems with you. So with these problems we will try to understand the commutative law and the associative law and we will prove those two laws. So I have taken here minus 15 plus minus 18. So how to do it? Let's see. So as per commutative law, you should have a plus b equal to b plus a. So let's do with this question. That is minus 15 plus minus 18 should be equal to, on the other side we can write minus 18 plus minus 15. So that is just like this, a plus b equal to b plus a. So as you know, plus minus sign is there, so minus sign will come. So we can open the brackets and we can write minus 15 minus 18 on the left hand side, and same way on the right hand side we can write minus 18 minus 15. So what it will become? Let's do that. It will become minus 33 this side, because both minus signs are there, so we will add them together. Same way here both minus signs are there. So we will add them together and we will get here also minus 33. So you can see left hand side is equal to right hand side. So our commutative law, that is a plus b equal to b plus a, is proved. Now let's prove by this question the associative law. So as per associative law, I think all of you remember this, that a plus b plus c should be equal to a plus b plus c. That is your associative law. So we can write in the same manner this, that is 50 plus 40 plus 2 should be equal to 50 plus 40 plus 2. So this step should be clear to you. This has come from here. Now we have to prove that left hand side is equal to right hand side so that our associative law is proved. So let's do further. So it will be 90 plus 2 on the left hand side, and on the right hand side it will be 50 plus 42. So that will become 92 on left hand side, and on right hand side also we have got 92. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. So again your associative law is proved. So like this I'll show you with the negative signs now some questions, so that you can understand your addition of integers along with the laws, that is associative laws and commutative law. It should be clear to you by these problems. So stay tuned and let's see more questions and do it. So I hope all of you have kept the paper and pen with you, and you are also doing the questions with me, because by the end you will get 2 questions as homework which you have to do and write the answers in the remarks and tell me whether you are understanding these problems properly or not, and any other topic which you want you can write in the remarks. I'll do these problems. So let's see. I've got here first problem in which minus 217 plus minus 100 I am doing. So I will try to show with help of this the commutative law also. So let's see. Based on the commutative law, we have a plus b is equal to b plus a. So we can write this as minus 217 plus minus 100, and it should be equal to minus 100 plus minus 217 based on commutative law. So we will go to both sides and I will show you further what we have to do. Now this means we have to do minus 217 minus 100 we can do, because plus minus sign becomes minus. So you have this. Now minus and minus both are minus, so they will add on. So it will become minus 370 on the left hand side. Now let's do this side, that is right hand side. So minus 100 minus 270. So again this total will come to minus 317 as it came in the left hand side. So you can see the commutative law is proved, that is both sides are equal. So a plus b is equal to b plus a. And I think you have understood the rule of signs, that is when plus and minus is there, so minus sign comes in case of addition. Now let's go to this question and let's prove the associative law. So for proving the associative law, we can write this as minus 7 plus minus 8, these two together in one bracket, and then outside we can have minus 90, and this should be equal to minus 7 plus minus 8 plus minus 90. And this all can be put in one bracket. So I hope you have understood. That is, according to the rule, A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. That is your associative law. So I hope you are able to do this. This much you have understood. Now next our step will be, this can be written as minus 7 minus 8 in one bracket minus 90 on the left hand side, and it should be equal to this portion on the right hand side will become again minus 7, and in the bracket we will have minus 8 minus 90. Okay students, so after this what we are going to do is, left hand side and right hand side we have to prove to be equal. So minus 7 minus 8, that will become minus 15 minus 90 on the left hand side, and on the right hand side it will be minus 7 plus. Now minus 8 minus 90 will be added together, 2 minus gets added on, so it will become plus minus 98. Now let's do the next step. So this again, it is minus and it is minus, so it will be added up. So it will become minus 105 on the left hand side. Now let's check the right hand side. So right hand side also it is minus 105. This minus minus will be always added together and minus sign will be put. So I hope these things are clear to you, that left hand side has become equal to right hand side. So associative law, that is A plus B plus C equal to A plus B plus C, is also proved. Same way here, commutative law is proved. So both the laws are proved, and I have shown you 2 problems from your own NCERT book. Now students, it's the time for your homework. As always, ma'am tries to give you some homework. So let's take 2 problems which ma'am is giving you as homework. So I will give you one sum related to your associative law, that is this one, and one sum by which you will prove your commutative law, and one sum for associative law. So we will have 2 questions in your homework, one to prove commutative law and one to prove associative law. So first question is, you will write minus 413 plus you will do minus 105, and in this you have to show that commutative law is correct or it is proved. And second question, what you can do in your homework is, you can do minus 45 plus 8 plus minus 23, and in this you can prove the associative law. So I hope today's every concept is clear to you and you will be easily able to do your homework. So thank you for staying tuned. I hope all of you have subscribed to the channel by now. You are a part of the channel. You are sharing the videos with your friends and cousins. You have to do today's homework and you have to write in the remarks the answers that you obtained. Thank you for staying tuned till the end. You are the most valued subscribers. You are watching it, and please don't forget to give your big thumb in the likes so that ma'am is motivated to make better videos for you. And you can write in the remarks what topics you want. So this video is based on the demand. So like this you can tell me the topics on which ma'am can make the videos for you. So thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.